The research vessel Celestial Explorer hung in orbit around Earth, its sleek hull gleaming under the light of the distant sun. Inside the main laboratory, Chief Scientist Ral hunched over a holographic display, violet eyes wide with disbelief. "This cannot be correct," Ral muttered, six-fingered hands trembling as they manipulated the controls. "Run the sequence again." Across the laboratory, Technician Mop adjusted several settings on the quantum processor. "This is the 7th time, Chief. The results remain consistent." Ral's antennae twitched with frustration. The Galactic Council had sent their team to study the primitive species on the 3rd planet of this unremarkable solar system. Humans were a curiosity, violent yet creative, destructive yet compassionate. They had developed nuclear weapons before achieving unified, planetary governance, a dangerous anomaly in galactic development patterns. "The Council will not believe this," Ral whispered. The hologram displayed the complete human genome, decoded after months of careful collection and analysis. What had begun as a standard xenobiological survey had transformed into the most significant discovery in Council history. "The markers cannot lie," said Medical Officer Trin, joining them at the display. "Humans are not a naturally evolved species." The evidence was overwhelming. Within human DNA lay patterns too precise, too intentional to have emerged through random mutation and natural selection. These were engineering signatures, the unmistakable marks of deliberate design. "But who?" asked Mop. "And why?" Ral expanded a section of the display. "Look here, this sequence. It matches nothing in our database, yet it appears throughout human genetic code. And these sections, they're dormant now, but they're clearly meant to activate under specific conditions." "Like a time release mechanism," Trin observed. "Whatever. Humans are meant to become. They're not there yet." The implications shook the research team. The Council had categorized Earth as a standard development world, primitive but following the typical evolutionary path toward eventual first contact. But if humans were engineered, they represented something unprecedented. "There's more," said Ral, highlighting another segment. "These sections, they're resistant to radiation at levels that would destroy most organic matter. And these adaptive immunity factors, they're beyond anything we've seen." Trin leaned closer. "They're designed for extreme environments, space, travel without protection, survival in hostile atmospheres. Weapons," whispered Mop. "They're designed as weapons." The laboratory fell silent as the team considered this possibility. Throughout galactic history, many advanced civilizations had attempted to create biological weapons, but all had failed or been stopped by Council intervention. "Maybe," said Ral after a long pause. "But look at this complexity. This isn't just a weapon. This is a survival machine with extraordinary adaptability. Whoever designed humans didn't just want destruction, they wanted something that could endure." Trin nodded slowly. "The dormant sequences suggest long-term planning. Humans aren't just what they are now. They're meant to evolve further, perhaps over thousands of years." "But who would do this?" asked Mop. "Who even could? The engineering here exceeds current Council technology." Ral's violet eyes darkened. "An excellent question. The Council believes they know all advanced civilizations in our galaxy. If they're correct, then whoever created humans came from beyond," finished Trin. The research team transmitted their findings to the Council, marking the data with the highest priority. The response came swiftly. Their mission parameters had changed. No contact with humans was permitted. Observation would continue from a distance. The Celestial Explorer would remain in stealth orbit indefinitely. "They're afraid," said Mop, reading between the lines of the Council directive. "With good reason," replied Ral. "If humans are engineered beings with dormant capabilities we cannot even comprehend, who knows what they might become?" Months passed as the team continued their observations. They watched humans wage their petty wars, create their beautiful art, destroy their environment, and then rally to save it. The contradictions were fascinating and increasingly disturbing as the team recognized them as programmed behaviors, not evolutionary traits. "Look at this," said Trin one day, highlighting a news broadcast from Earth. "They've developed CRISPR gene editing. They're beginning to modify their own DNA." "They don't understand what they're doing," said Ral. "They could accidentally activate the dormant sequences. Or deliberately enhance them," added Mop. "They're on the verge of directing their own evolution." Ral stared at the holographic display, watching humans go about their daily lives, completely unaware of their engineered nature or the alien observers above. "I've made a decision," Ral announced. "We're going against council orders." Trin and Mop exchanged alarmed glances. "The council believes isolation is the safest approach," continued Ral. "But whoever created humans has plans for them, plans that may not align with galactic peace. Humans deserve to know the truth." "That's forbidden," protested Mop. "First, contact protocols are irrelevant when the species in question was created by an unknown intelligence for unknown purposes," interrupted Ral. "Humans are effectively being used without their knowledge. That violates the most fundamental ethical principles of the Council." The decision made, the team prepared their approach. They would reveal themselves to a select group of human scientists, share their discoveries, and help humanity understand its true nature. As the shuttle descended toward Earth, Ral gazed out at the blue planet with mixed emotions. Whatever happened next would change the course of galactic history. Humans would finally learn they were not random products of evolution, but carefully designed beings with extraordinary potential. The real question was, were they ready to discover what they had been designed to become?